Medical marijuana is a thriving business in our state, and there are now about 1,500 doctors in Florida allowed to prescribe it. But a CBS 12 News I-Team investigation found that while some physicians are only recommending it for a handful of patients, others are literally writing thousands of prescriptions every year. Tonight, I-Team reporter Danielle Wall talks to the top pot doc in Palm Beach County and the industry watchdog who calls what they're doing legalized drug dealing.
That's where the scars are from the surgery.
For years, Jim Purnell's life was defined by pain. An ankle injury turned into leg and back problems, then debilitating headaches. All this disabled Marine could do was fight through it.
How bad was it?
Bad. Constant.
Concerned about side effects and possible addiction from opioid painkillers, Purnell turned to Dr. Ann Morgan.
I'm happy to see you.
Good to see you.
Who gave him a prescription, called a certification under Florida law, to utilize medical marijuana.
But you were in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and I feel sharper.
Jim makes no bones about it. Marijuana, he says, has changed his life for the better.
The benefits are beyond comprehension. I mean, even my kids have said, Dad, you're in such a better mood coming home from work lately.
How grateful are you?
There aren't words. There really aren't words.
Purnell is one of thousands of Dr. Morgan's patients at MMJ Health. The entirety of her practice is medical marijuana.
The positive results are so enlightening for me as a clinician.
According to state records, Morgan is the top pot doc in Palm Beach County, handing out more than 4,800 certifications in a single year, which works out to more than a dozen a day, 7 days a week.
So you're the #1 in Palm Beach County. Did you know that?
No.
And #6 in the state.
Interesting.
So what do you?
That's good.
You think that's good?
I think it is because we do take care of our patients.
The I-Team's review of state records shows Palm Beach County is the second in the state for the number of people authorized to purchase and use medical marijuana, higher than Miami-Dade, Broward, and Orange counties, despite having a smaller population, and just a few thousand short of the #1 county, Pinellas. There are around 1,500 Florida doctors approved to give out medical marijuana cards, and the State Board of Medicine reports they write a total of about 460,000 prescriptions in a year. Some doctors wrote less than 5. Others, like Dr. Morgan, are in the thousands. At the top of that list, a doctor in Fort Myers, responsible for nearly 9,000 certifications in a single year.
It's unfortunate when physicians justify being drug dealers.
Dr. Stephen Rosenberg is the former chair of the Florida Board of Medicine. He led the panel that studied Florida's medical marijuana trends, and he's troubled by some of their findings, such as statewide, 9% of physicians certified to prescribe medical marijuana account for more than half of the approvals.
And it really does raise a red flag that all they're doing is writing prescriptions. I think everybody on the board was concerned about the outliers. They were just so disproportionate to the rest of the medical community, and the real question is why.
Dr. Rosenberg points out insurance doesn't cover medical marijuana, so it's basically a cash business. And while he admits cannabis is not as dangerous as opioids, what he's seeing reminds him of Florida's pill mill crisis.
That's the problem we had with the pill mills. And it's like, patients occasionally need a pain medication, but when you have a practice of 40 people a day coming in and every one of them is getting the same treatment, you got to question what's the deal with that physician?
And they might say it's legal, not doing anything wrong.
And that was the problem we had with the pill mills until they made it illegal.
He wants to see more regulation, and Dr. Morgan agrees.
The doctors should be better educated.
The state only requires a 2-hour training course for a doctor to be able to prescribe pot, and there is no cap on the number of patients they can approve.
Is it too easy for doctors to give out certifications?
Yes. To me, it's being a charlatan.
So are you concerned that there are doctors out there who just don't know what they're doing?
Sure. Plenty of them.
Morgan has spent years learning how marijuana affects the body and how different products interact with various symptoms. That, she says, is what makes her practice different, and the proof is in the results for her patients.
It's been a game changer. Thank God for Dr. Morgan and Honestly, it's changed my life, and I can't wait to see how much more it changes moving forward.
The I-Team spoke to other doctors on the list who gave out a lot of medical marijuana cards. They told us that the numbers vary so widely because some practices focus solely on medical marijuana, while others only have a patient or two who are certified. Lawmakers are also closely examining this report, which you can find on our website under the I-Team tab. And Dr. Rosenberg's panel is drafting recommendations right now. We'll let you know what happens. Danielle Waugh, CBS 12 News.